Welcome back, everybody. The Grand Tactician, Civil War. Grandpa Game is episode 36 of our Federal Summer 61 Viewer Unit Only campaign using the a.o.m mod. So, last episode, we did have two fairly major engagements. One at Frankfort in Kentucky, going up, I think it was Chestnut's Corps, and another battle at 2nd Carrollton, going up against Walker's Corps, Army of the West, which was formerly the Army of Texas. We did see them off with high casualties. I was hoping to push them away fairly easily, but didn't go down as I expected. Same with the Battle of Frankfort. They're both kind of messy battles. Carrollton went off better than I actually did expect it to, but also a little bloodier than I expected it to. So my plans for the Army of Tennessee are basically done for this winter, as it's now October 9th. They're down the orange readiness. I do not believe they're going to get the readiness up in time to make a march down into Little Rock like I originally planned. They're probably going to have to winter here at Carrollton. And hopefully the rebels don't burn down this depot while they are retreating. Otherwise, if they build another one. The Independent Cavalry Corps is at Memphis and flipping it over to our control at this point. They are a small organization, so they are flipping it slowly. Still going to be here several days. Hopefully they can get it done and on the move before B's Corps is able to chase them. Now, the Independent Cavalry Corps is going to continue to move throughout the winter. As we're heading south, it should be easier for us to move, hopefully. Still not going to be great, but I kind of need to keep this corps on the move. As what I want to do is try and draw away the rebel forces in the Tennessee, Kentucky area and get them to follow. So once we take Memphis, I had thought we were either going to go east through Corinth and link up with the Army of the Ohio or straight south towards New Orleans. We're going to head straight south towards New Orleans. We're going to make them chase us down through Grenada, Jackson, and then down New Orleans. I don't think we're going to be able to take New Orleans, because the city's just too big for a unit of this size, but we'll try. We'll try. The Army of Mississippi is still currently at Lexington, where I moved them back to after the Battle of Frankfort. Their readiness is in the yellow, coming back up. A little quicker than I expected to, but slower than I'd hoped. Getting them both at the same time. So, there are still two rebel corps in our front. I do want to engage them again, hopefully before November, and see if I can't finally push them out of Kentucky and get them down into Tennessee. Is really what I'm hoping for. I want them out of Kentucky before the winter is over, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Army of Ohio is at Knoxville, which we do hold. We do have two rebel corps on either side of it. We have Hardee's Corps up around the Cumberland Gap region, and we have the District of Louisiana down here around Mount Mitchell and Asheville. I expected the District of Louisiana to attack us already, but they have not done so yet. I was going to move to attack them in order to keep Knoxville secured, but then Hardee's Corps started moving towards us, so that delayed that attack. Over here in Virginia, the Army of the East they're done for the winter. They're down the red. I was going to try and move them down to Richmond, but their readiness is just way too low. So I'm going to have them winter here at Manassas. I just waiting for Holt orders to go out because it'll just take them forever to get down to Richmond. The Grunts are still here at Manassas also. I'm going to wait for them to get into the green. Then we're going to push them against Jackson's Corps, which is the only mobile force right now. They do outnumber us. But the Grunts are a really battle-experienced force, so they should be able to handle it. We're not, I believe, going to be able to take on the rest of the rebel forces in Virginia at all before winter season hits, unless they come out and attack us, which is a big possibility. Mostly, I really do want to get Jackson out of the way and then get the Grunts back down to Richmond and keep that secured before they move to secure it. And once again, the East Coast Squadron was disintegrated after its last attack against Fort Monroe, so they are out of action for a long time. Everything's in dry dock getting repaired that was not scuttled. And the Chesapeake Squadron is slowly growing in size. It is now up to 8 sloops of war. So they're just going to continue their operations in the Chesapeake Bay area for now. All right, I think that covers everything. I think it's actually one of the shorter intros at this point. So I don't know where the next engagement is going to be. It looks like it might be Knoxville, but I could be very wrong about that. It might be up in Virginia. All right, it's now October 11th, and we do have our next engagement here. And it is the Army of the Ohio going up against Hard East Corps, Army of Illinois, and the Army of Eastern Tennessee. So we're bringing 16,362 infantry, 1,280 cavalry, 39 guns. Under command of Dix. Going up against 10,980 infantry, 6,694 cavalry, 38 guns. Under William Hardee. So numbers are fairly evenly matched. We have a slight advantage of about 1,000 men. But thankfully, we're one corps. They are two corps that are probably not going to work together. We got two separate corps from two separate armies. They generally don't work well together unless there's an overall commander. So, I was hoping District of Louisiana would show up, but it looks like they actually might be moving away from us. The last time we seen them was September 19th. So the info is almost a month old on District of Louisiana. But let's jump in here and hang on to this city. Welcome, my grunts, to the Battle of Knoxville. We are on the defensive, and we're at the Fulton's Gap map. And we're defending back here at Mary's Point, I think it's called. Maryville Pike. And the rebels are coming in from one road, and that is your long old Clay Pike Road here, which is going to lead down this way straight through town of Fulton's Gap and across the bridge towards us. So I'm going to game that as much as possible. So we're going to be using Rosecrans' 2nd Infantry Division to cover the crossings here at the main crossings, along with all the artillery. We'll be sending Richardson's 6th Infantry Division up to this crossing here. And a 4th Infantry Division to cover this crossing down here at the fort south of Reverend Lewis' house. And I'll be sending the Cavalry Division over here towards Kingsford. One brigade over here at Kingsford, one brigade at this fort over here. I don't think they're going to be necessary over there, but I'm going to send them anyway since the rebels have been proven to use some flanking tactics. I'm not used to seeing the last few battles, so I want to try and cover as many locations as possible for the crossing. We can consolidate our troops once we figure out where the rebels are going to be massing up at. But I do kind of expect the two different corps to take two different routes, so I am going to cover what I can. So pretty straightforward plan. I want to keep my readiness as high as I can, because once this fight's over, I want to get this army on the move again, and south of the Appalachian Valley if possible. So get this battle on the go, and I'll come back in once we have the rebels side. All right, it's now 7:30 of day 2. I didn't realize how far advanced in the day it was, but it looks like sending one of my divisions up here to this crossing was the right move, as we're arriving there at the same time as the rebel cavalry. It looks like the Hammering Guard's going to be here in position. We got the 1st Kentucky and the 1st Louisiana coming up. The other two brigades are still on the way here. It apparently took the longest way to get here. We do have the artillery set up in the center. The engineers are building breastworks for them. Division forward to them at the crossing point here. The other division here. And the cavalry at the other two crossing points. So, the rebels are going to have to find a way to get around us. We got the 6th Texas coming up also. On the double, boys. Get up here, cheeseheads. So we actually did lose quite a few men overnight. We lost about 150, while the rebels lost 50. They just took about 100 casualties in that volley fire right there. Oh, they're sending all their cavalry over here. Wow. They have almost 7,000 of them. Come on, Division Command, get in the hold orders right there. Please don't be glitched. There they go. It looks like this cavalry changed its mind. If they were over here at the farmhouse coming on this road, they were definitely changing direction. The rest of the cavalry's looking for a better crossing point. One of these units is kind of glitched. And they are running up some artillery now. Graves Battery. You're not going to cross here either, boys. Right, we're looking at the other points. I need to dismount you boys, get in loose order. Yes, his artillery did not get the word to stop coming forward. I'll give them some skirmishers, take care of this artillery to our front. Why is your morale low? Keep coming forward, boys. And find no friendly crossing points. Batter coming down this way. Huh. Actually, didn't even check to see if they're all from one corps or not. That's from Hardy's corps. Hardy's from Tennessee, kind of all separated up. Yeah, you know what? Keep showing me that flank. Hunter, bring your men across. And that battery pushed right into us. Yep. There goes somebody's house. And there's infantry coming down now, too. Second mess. Replace the harems. This is already an under strength unit. Don't need them getting too beat up. Yeah, it looks like they're looking for another crossing point. To stand up to fight the infantry, don't know yet. Come on, boys, push forward. You know you want some more. Hey, see us coming. Okay. And there is cavalry over here. Look at that. 31st Tennessee. Turn that sharp icon off. Abdullah should be able to hold there, no issue. Oh, what happened here? They came charging across, it looks like. Push these guys off. Push them off. Wow, they got everybody drawn into this melee. Engineers, get down here. Oh, they were withdrawing. Okay. There we go. Get goddamn moving. Why are you still standing here? Oh, gotta hit pause again. Ah. We almost got into a major victory. two brigades stuck here and just hitting them for casualties. Maybe one of them will surrender. And there's the major victory. But at what cost? This melee looks like it was a mess over here. Hey, I just sent everybody across that bridge and drew everyone in. Too bad I didn't get the 4th Division in place to hit them in the flank. I think we could have grabbed a lot. We would have been able to grab like almost all their artillery on the retreat. That brigade should have surrendered. I call BS on that. That brigade should have surrendered. I was actually just about to order the cavalry over also. The rebels just hadn't rushed in. I don't even know if this infantry brigade came across. It did not. So 2nd Mass didn't get in on any of the action today. All right. That's a lot bloodier than I expected it to be. I'll be honest. But after we took down most of that cavalry over on the left, they would have been ready to retreat after that. But they kept coming on. Took down 1,300 or 11,000 infantry. Yeah, we barely saw any of their infantry. 2,400 of their 6,500 cavalry. Never see cavalry losses like that. That's crazy. We got 30 of their 40 guns. Total loss of 3,800 of their 18,000 men. We lost 792 of our 16,357 infantry. 52 of our 1,279 cavalry. One of our 39 guns. Total loss of 873 of our 18,218 men. And 150 of those were guys who ran away overnight. So, they'll be hunted down and branded as the cowards they are. All right, did we lose any officers? No, so why was morale getting shaky there for a minute? Interesting. All right, combat reports. Hog Mollies did not get in contact. Diller's Black Hussars did 213 to cavalry. Engineers did not get into the fight. And the 2nd Infantry, Constitution Brigade did 318 to infantry, captured 74, 62 to cavalry, captured another 15 for total 469. The Delco Fencibles did 327 to infantry, captured 17, 368 to cavalry, captured 31 for a total 743. The Unctuously Civil Warriors did 367 to infantry, captured 63, 567 to cavalry, captured another 6 for a total 1,003. Division total 2,215. Losses: Constitution Brigade, 33 dead, 154 wounded, 31 missing for a total 218. Aggregate strength is 781, 22% casualties. They have got to get sent home over the winter. Delco Fencibles, 34 dead, 158 wounded, 38 missing for total 230. Aggregate strength 1,324, 15% casualties. Unctuously Civil Warriors, 8 dead, 58 wounded, 7 missing for total 73. Aggregate strength 1,574, 4% casualties. 521 casualties for the division, 12% across the board. 4th Infantry, only the brass band just made it in. They did 222 to cavalry. Losses: Rochester has lost 1 overnight. Iron Brigade lost 8 overnight, and the Brass Bandits had 11 killed, 51 wounded, 9 go missing, total 71, aggregate strength 1,549, 4% casualties, total of 80 for the division. 6th Infantry. Harem Guards did 287 to cavalry, 45 to artillery, total 332. And the Cheesehead Infantry did 535 to cavalry, 17 to artillery, for total 562. 2nd Mass did not get in, as that other infantry brigade did not come across and fight. 894 total for the division. Losses: Harem Guards, 14 dead, 81 wounded, 22 missing, for total 117. Aggregate strength 1,053, 10% casualties. 2nd Mass, 14 missing. Cheesehead Infantry, 2 dead, 5 wounded, 15 missing, total 22. Aggregate strength 2,502, 1% casualties. 153 casualties for the division. 3rd Artillery. Ricketts Battery did 19 to infantry, 20 to cavalry, 13 artillery, for total 52. Pink Misters did 33 to infantry, 39 to cavalry, 21 artillery, for total 93. And the Bangor Bangers did 36 to infantry, 20 to cavalry, and 14 artillery, for total 70. 48 total for the division. Losses: Ricketts Battery, 2 dead, 2 wounded, 5 missing, total 9. Aggregate strength 156, 5% casualties. Pink Misters, 1 dead, 3 wounded, 5 missing, total 9. 181 aggregate, 5% casualties. Bangor Bangers, 0 killed, 2 wounded, 9 missing, total 11. Aggregate strength 216, 5% casualties. 29 losses for the Bat Artillery Division. All right, let's see if we got any of the rebel officers. I don't think we ever saw Hardy. We wounded Colonel Murray of the 4th Tennessee and Major Slaughter of the Caswell Artillery. Wounded Captain Stripping of Burns Battery. Wounded Buckner Sr. And that was Buckner's. Like, give me Morgan's division. And we killed Colonel Weems of the 9th Tennessee. Yeah, 5 of their officers in this engagement. Buckner being the big grab. I'll get closed out of here, and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Glorious victory at Knoxville. Hardee's Corps fleeing in panic, along with the Army of Eastern Tennessee. And General Forrest lost face in that one. Nice. It's nice when you finally see the generals getting the blame they goddamn deserve sometimes. But I'm going to admit, the rebel AI did a really good job this time. They went searching every crossing point for a way to get around me, which was very nice to see. They looked at every crossing point. Did some stupid things at some of the crossing points, but they looked at least. Battle of Knoxville's ended with Hardee's Corps retreating in panic. My command has earned us a total victory with the enemy army running for their lives. The enemy's reportedly suffered total casualties of 3,791 men. There are 510 killed and 817 captured. Our casualties total 873 men, with 111 killed, 223 missing, and the rest are wounded. Captured 1,725 rifles and 10 guns from the field and sent 820 soldiers off to our vacation camps. How bad is our readiness? We are now down in the yellow. That's actually not bad. They've run out of provisions and forage. We do have the supply depot here. Hopefully we can get these guys supplies up and get them down into Chattanooga next. See if we can't get the rebels to chase us. Too bad our readiness is not high enough to make a run at Atlanta. That'd be interesting. But our readiness is too low. I think we'd hit Chattanooga and then our readiness would not be good anymore. Here. It's only been a few days, so I'm just checking everybody's readiness. We probably could attack with Buell. But I want his readiness high enough to immediately follow up with a move against Nashville. How are we doing over here in Memphis? Almost to our control. Another day, maybe 2. And we're slowly flipping Carrollton back over to us. And I can't get them any closer to town because their readiness levels is too low. They got to get into the yellow so I can get them into town proper, get that recaptured along with the depot. God, I can't wait to replace Pope. Beauregard's on the move, along with Jackson. Crap. Looks like things are about to heat up here over in Virginia. If our attack with the Army of the East had gone better, this would not be an issue right now. Because I could have followed up with the grunts. They got 3 corps on the move. 12,000, 23,000. Oh, they sent everybody back here. No, Army of the East, you are not going to be able to hold until the grunts arrive. Withdraw. Burn the depot. Don't give it to them. Oh, they're moving with everybody. And they had a lot more in the area than I thought they did. Hopefully we can pull off another victory, but if they come at us with more than 1 corps, I don't think the grunts are going to be able to hold. Oh, good God. We do have a window here. It's already 2,300. Some of these troops are going to be on the field tomorrow. This is going to be interesting. We're going to fight this. We got to hold these boys back. We're about to lose Washington if we don't hold them off. All right, so my grunts under the command of Pope bringing 13,200 infantry, 1,024 cavalry, and 46 guns, and going up against Jackson's Corps Army of Washington with 20,037 men, 16 guns. Beauregard's Corps Army of Washington, another 22,939 men and 24 guns. And the Army of Washington headquarters, bringing 41,014 men, 1,470 cavalry, and 40 guns. Oh, good God. I don't know if we can fight this. No, we got to hold. We have to hold. Welcome, my grunts, to Battle of Manassas Junction. Not the first battle we've had here, but I'm not sure how many battles we've had here at this point, so we're just going to call this one Manassas Junction. So we are defending the unfinished railroad cut. So basically fighting along the 2nd Manassas battlefield line. And I did want to defend forward more at the crossing points. There are just so many crossing points that's just not an option. So we are on the unfinished line itself. There's just too many crossing points to cover. Just way too many. So the rebels are entering from down here. I don't know how big their deployment zone is. Our deployment zone is pretty far forward, so theirs probably is also. So they're going to be following this main road down for the most part, I believe. Then they have the option of coming across here, or down here in the center. So it's just too many options for them to take for us to hold. Or they can even send forces down this way. They do have 2 corps on the field. So I got the cavalry kind of screening my right because I believe they're probably going to send most of their forces across the bridge here. And the rest of the infantry in the center with the engineers reserve and the artillery just kind of back here because there's really no place to put them. Could have them out here just in case to cover this way, but I'd leave them very vulnerable. not with the best sight lines either. Actually, that's probably not bad right there. Cover that corner with all the artillery. Yeah, they could actually be able to useful right there. Somewhat. Yeah, I like that. All right. It's time to wait and hopefully weather this storm that's coming right at us. All right, it's now 10:30 in the morning of day one. I think we're about to get a sighting on some rebel cavalry here. Did change my I haven't changed my mainline dispositions, but I did send skirmishers out all over the place. I got a pair of skirmishers down here at Sudley Springs, a pair over here at Poplar Ford. There's the cavalry now. One set of skirmishers over here at the Stone Bridge, and 1, 2, 3, 4 more up here along this road, which looks to be the right call. Looks like we got 1 regiment of cavalry here, and the rest of the army's back this way still. I know they have 2 regiments of cavalry on the field, but this is the only one I was able to track. And they were heading right for our skirmishers, so we're going to use them as a delaying action for this engagement. And I'm going to leave all my skirmishers in place where they are. Hopefully the rebels don't. They are all laying down. Hopefully the rebels don't notice them. And if there are other corps not on the field yet, but if they follow the same track, I might be able to use any skirmishers they bypass for flank and rear attacks. Our morale is slightly better than theirs, so I'm hoping to hopefully break them a little bit at a time, is my hope. But we'll see how that works out. I've never really done it this way before. It's kind of layered up skirmishers. Not too layered up, but a little bit layered up.
Stay down, boys.
Who was this? The 7th Virginia. Running into McLaren's detachment. All right, give it to him. It's actually decent initial volley for skirmishers. Okay. Irish Brigade are set up behind them. Now they got defense protection too. I just noticed that. So they might win this exchange, possibly. You get the first initial volley off good, but they're going to be able to quick fire us. Irish command. And Beauregard has just arrived on the field. They're starting to arrive. I don't think they're going to need them. Six casualties. They're 55. Yeah, even if they push this off, we should break that regiment. The infantry band's going off right here. Not too far behind. Probably better to hang back and wait and force the Confederates to keep deploying and keep deploying. anybody's wondering what today's battle brew is, it is Teeling Irish whiskey. Yep, getting ready to break. Good. As soon as they pull off, we'll call back McLaren's detachment. Get them rearmed and send them back out.
Stay down.
Be off when they get back to lines. They're pretty far out. We'll be dropping them in the woods back here somewhere. Where are you going? I think they're trying to bypass the skirmishers. 6th Missouri State Guard. I was wondering why we weren't seeing them on the road.
The one on that horse.
All right, Reapers, get your skirmishers back.
Light out. Light out.
Getting ready to break, but hopefully they don't break before they head back, because that'll keep my morale up. Where must you guys go? There's the 7th MSG. Irish, we're going to shift you. I'm hoping they don't... Actually, if they... Hopefully they... Oh, yeah, they're going to get noticed. Shift position. They are definitely going to get noticed.
Weapon at the ready, boy. Weapon at the ready, boys. Mouth shut, eyes open. Mouth shut, eyes. Light.
Question is, they're going to ignore them and march past, possibly. I mean, I'll just take little victories like that. If I need to. They just march past them. I'll send them back across the fords here and then back around to my lines along subtly. So looks like it might happen. Are they actually letting me herd them with skirmishers? You guys are about to get screwed. Here's 1st Virginia. Are you going to start facing off against the skirmishers now? What's going on? Skirmishers are laying out some good damage. I got no complaints about it so far. Oh yeah, you guys got the sharps. We're running out of ammo fast. Did some decent damage though. Go back across the river. I'll recall you. Take the exit route. Irish. Shit, I think we need to follow you boys back to here. Too late. Too late. Irish are going to get surrounded here. Nothing we can do about it. Hey, 1st Virginia. Oh, that's a small unit, almost the same size as the skirmishers. Seems like they're marching past us where they can. Get in position. Long time to get back to our lines. Let's see off that cavalry so I can recall you. That's it. See them all. They started with 250 men. We caused 80 casualties. They still have 200 men. Come on. I'm not going to be able to recall these guys now. Took too long seeing off that cavalry. Around and was hoping to pull out the scamming force. At least that's not happening now. This MSG is actually almost ready to break. More damage to them would be nice. There goes that cavalry. Skirmishers are actually doing a better job than I had hoped. Send you guys up to assist. Side of 6 on SG. Yeah, there they are. If Sully's boys get up here in time, they might be able to break that brigade. I didn't recall scamming. He's doing it on his own. I'll take it, but they're probably not going to make it back. Oh, yeah, they ran out of ammo. They have to leave. No, hold where you are. The boy's actually going to make it out of there without getting broken. I will be amazed. On that stream for cover. So much damage we could do to the 7th. Yep, they did break. No biggie. Goes 500 casualties to them to our 190, but they got 25,000 men on the field. There's still another 17,000 coming. I don't even think we have enough ammo for this fight. Yeah, I think I may have done the wrong thing here. Looks like they're going to wait for the rest of their forces to show up. Looks like things are quieting for right now, so I'll be back. All right, it's now 1:30 in the afternoon, and looks like they are dividing this corps up. I know there's some troops out in the woods here. Looks like they're getting set up into... They're all headed this way. Never mind. Kind of wish I'd pulled Dudley in now. Or Sully. I don't think we need to watch this crossing anymore. I already started shifting my right flank over more onto the uncut rail line here, and I think that's what I'm going to do with everybody that's in this AO.
Keep your spaces. Don't bunch up.
I'm up in here on whether I should move a detachment look in this direction. Stop shifting. They're going to get themselves wiped out because they're doing stupid stuff. Should have... Oh, yeah, good fields of fire. If they come over this hill over here, they'll be under artillery fire the whole way. 27 good field. 10s are about the same. What about these 3-inchers? Oh, everybody's got almost equal range onto that hilltop. Because you didn't stand and shoot, you took a ton of casualties in that skirmisher unit. Jeez. I hope they attack over this field. I really do hope they do. That'd make things so much easier for me instead of them having to fight them out in these woods over here where most of my troops are lined up. Looks like I have more over here, but these are the larger units over on my left. Things are quieting down again. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a 2-day affair. All right, it's now 14:30 at day 1, and it looks like the rebels have rethought about coming over the field here. I lost sight of them, so I did move Trump's skirmishers forward to get sighting on the hill. It looks like they're moving back into the woods here and coming down at us along the main road. Got the Tigers in front of us. The artillery train's right here. I'm still waiting for sighting on the other corps. See if I find their dust trails. I can hear them. Unless they already made it that far. They shouldn't have. forming there already. They moved fast if that's the case. Nah, it's still 7,000. I mean, we're not on the field. Did I miss another entry point? Oh, shit, I did. Oh, fuck me. All right, Trump, you stay. No, we're going to bring you back. I definitely do need somebody overwatching this ford. My flank's in the air right now. So I was thinking about sending my artillery line up to this hilltop to range the woods over here where I know they're coming from now. But I may not be able to do that. Problem is, they have us so outnumbered, we gotta break their units quickly, and I don't know if that's possible. Even the units that we did a lot of damage to that we're getting ready to break have already reformed. And morale's only 3 points lower than ours. And we're at 291 casualties, mostly because of Sully moving it. Instead of a skirmisher standing and fighting, he would start maneuvering them around. They lost so many men, as most of those 291 casualties was of that one skirmisher unit. Round into tigers. I'm hoping this other corps comes straight down the road and across the bridge. That'd be so helpful. Somebody's going to get flanked out.
Did you see that? Stay down, boys. I'm about to walk right out of these boots. Stay down, boys. Keep that head down. Keep moving. Don't fall behind there. I'm about to walk. Lie down. Stay down, boys. Observe that flank. Save your water for when the shooting starts. Observe that flank, soldier. Did you see that? Keep that head down.
You know, I got to keep these guys off my flank. 35th. God, I don't want to open up a hole there, and I don't want to take any skirmishers out. Reapers, give me some skirmishers. Yeah, it looks like only the Tigers heading that way, but they sure are dilly-dallying. I held you guys here long enough. Looks like it's going to be a little bit longer. I thought the attack was kicking off. All right, it's now 15, going on 15:40. I just popped out some skirmishers from the Irish Brigade to go after Drayton's Brigade here because they're sitting around the objective point. They kind of stopped there and didn't keep advancing like I expected them to. So I'm going to try and draw them into a fight. So I need to pull these guys forward and break some of their brigades. Oh, hey, look who's here. Army Commander. Be a good grab if we can get him. I'm kind of wishing I had an artillery battery over here. At least one. Yes, that's what I wanted. Verdans, get them. I'll recall your skirmishers. That's a double, boys. You're recalled. Get back. Just laying down now. All right, lay down yourself. Don't waste the ammo. Well, my artillery is letting off. Somebody's over here. It's somebody. Oh, shit. I sent out skirmishers from you over here. All right, 35th, give me skirmishers.
Lie down.
There. Gonna be just out of range of our rifles.
Get that dirty rebel.
And if they're moving back, picking up the skirmishers from the Reapers also. Because they're the only brigade I saw move off in that direction.
Lie down. I think I saw something, son.
It's cavalry moving across the field. Okay.
Never mind the wounded. Firing. Hey,
They're all stacked up on each other. Hopefully we can just wipe these little batteries out and get some quick morale losses on the rebels. We don't need to cause damage. We need to cause morale loss. There's one. Here they come. Irish, get ready. Actually, let's keep laying down. Unless they stop the fire, we'll keep laying down. Minimize our casualties.
private reload.
he attacking without the other core? That would be great. That's the first Virginia, I guess they had reformed. Don't. There we go. Oh, don't glitched. Shit, I think they're glitched. Okay, there they go. They unglitched. Perfect. How the hell do you guys run out of ammo so fast for skirmishers? Okay, I guess they don't like what they see over here. That helps shift in our direction pretty well. There we go. Keep coming on me piecemeal. That's what I need.
Keep that head down.
Now lay down, boys. Out of sight, out of mind.
Stay down, boys.
Whose turn is it this time? It's Randolph's division. Today we didn't break Drayton. All right, Riley's. Give it to him. Irish. Dance. Actually, this flank looks clear, so. Reapers. And the 35th. And whiskey worshippers get up here also. We can overpower this flank. We've won the fight. Shit. Get rid of these brigades. Goddamn worshippers, get up here. That's it, break them. Pull back now. Something to get that battery. Pull back. All right, Swimus. Give it to him.
Never mind the wounded. Keep firing.
Now look like the other corps is coming from that way. Good. Man, they're moving the tigers all over the place. They're exhausting their mental movements. Swimus are close enough. Go back down and keep cover. Are they firing us from there? They are. All right, Riley's up and at it. Got him down to 41 in morale. Not enough to break him yet, but almost there. Flank again. Stonewall's got some good weapons. Probably had Field's a little bit better range than us. Ours almost halfway through their resilience already. If we're lucky, we can force them into an overnight withdrawal. Irish are taking the worst of it so far. Who's in command again? Johnson's in command. I can remember. I kept wanting to say Beauregard. Hopefully he gets caught in the crossfire. I'll make it easier for us. You gotta realize the Irish is the easiest part to break in this entire endeavor. Works for us, push forward. Clear them out. The entire of the brigade over here is not firing. It's got me a little worried. And there's still another corps that we have not seen yet. All right, Irish, get some vengeance on them. Where the hell did this other brigade go? There we go. Keep shoving in our favor. There you boys are. And we have them flanked. That's even better. Keep working them. Actually, this is the same ground where we lost your commander, Reapers. Take some vengeance. Actually, I think we were back here on the defensive fight, if I remember correctly. Actually, they're flanking, so you can't drive them off. Verdan, decent sharpshooters. Why did you fall back in? No ammo. Shit. Good. Alright, 35th coming out some skirmishers. Get after that battery. Some of those withdrawal orders going out. We desperately need it with the numbers against us. We're at 8% casualties with 1,200 losses. At 10% with 45. They got 41,000 men on the field against our on less than 15,000 right now. It's we got to get this done. All right, broke that battery. So do we have to maxi? No. Recall. I think they'll go for the overnight withdrawal. I hope. Tigers are hanging in there. Champ. even though they're a 1-star brigade, they're somehow hanging in like a 5-star brigade. There they go. Rebels still have morale left, but really nothing we can do about it. The Reaper's there. I feel like I should get after Maxie. I still don't see this other core. This is either them right there or somebody that's retreating. They might be withdrawing. Oh, there they are.
Hey, Sarge, are we there yet? I got cigar.
A little hard to tell.
Keep the peace, bro. It's straight. I got cigar. Keep the peace.
There's a Hanover Light Dragoons. I think they saw our skirmishers. Well, they're down to 150 men. They need reinforcements bad. I think they might be withdrawing. I'm not sure. Just, we'll find out here at about 1900. I'll be back. All right, looks like we have moved into a day 2. I was really hoping this wouldn't happen. So I have shifted some of the units. I moved all my right-hand brigades over to the left. May have not been the best idea in the world. Looks like some of the rebels are in front of us, but we don't know if that's their actual dispositions. The Reaper Division, which took most of the fighting yesterday, is out here on my far right now. And I moved the cavalry even further over to Southley Springs with their 1 battery. And I'm going to leave Trump's skirmishers with them also, as towards the end of the day, I saw dust trails of infantry coming down the road here. So the other corps was on its way to my flank. The cavalry should be able to hold for some time over here before they break. We just got to get them closer to where they're firing down into the crossing points. So play and see what happens. And OSG's coming in right off the bat. And right at the worshippers, which are already pretty well damaged. We need you boys. Right on the edge. And rally support them. Really not sure how many men we lost overnight. Numbers didn't seem to change too much for me. It does look like the casualties for the rebels did decline. Let's get up there too. I think it's the 1 brigade there. Let's get rid of them. Oh, who's wounded? Pope's wounded. Not the best time for that to happen. Why are you... Pope was closer to the Irish division than the Irish division. Why can't we see them? They're right in front of us, damn it. Lay down. Not really worried about what's going on over there. It's over here I'm worried about now. Yep, we can hear them. There they are. They're not coming to this crossing point. Possibly not.
Shell, 5 seconds fuse.
The Irish Brigade might be in the worst spot I could have put them.
Sarge, I'm scared. Sarge, I'm scared.
And Maxie's still in the same position. Yep, they broke nice and easy. Perfect.
Don't stop for the wounded. Observe that.
Shouldn't have too much to worry about from these brigades that fought yesterday. Benning, probably a little different. He's a very oversized brigade.
That's your last shit.
I don't think Maxie will break easy either, even though we killed his morale yesterday.
Lie down.
That's got to be the worst brigade for the Irish to face off against. They took the heaviest casualties, I remember. Now, what do we got here? Stonewall Brigade, just on my left. And I did not put anybody back on that. I meant to put somebody back up here. I got the engineers out here on the flank. They should be able to take care of them.
Lie down.
Bartow.
Reload, damn.
I don't know if I'm with enough whiskey to get through this fight. there you go. Good. I feel like I should race my cavalry down to this crossing. I don't know if they'd be there in time. You try, though. Get going, boys. They're actually going to outgun my engineers. That's not good. Not good. I really can't take any morale hits. And there went the engineers. And the stone walls were about to break. If this other brigade hadn't shown up, probably could have held them with the engineers. Surprised they actually broke so soon, but they're under direct command of Pope. So, kind of makes sense. The guns should not be moving faster than the cavalry. Come on. Don't get caught up on each other. I need you in position. Quickly. Looks like we might have just won the race to the crossing. Come on, guys. Get in the goddamn position. Get those orders out. Why aren't you firing? All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, stop firing at them before you waste your ammo. All right, Boys got dismounted in behind the rail fence. Perfect. You didn't have to tell them to do it. That was great. Boys are pushing in. That's it, breaking new arrivals. Ah, crap, that's not good. We got the job done over here, I think. What's on here firing from? Just want to hear more firing than what was going on over here. Thought the entire corps was ready for this crossing. I was dead wrong. We almost got them to 20% casualties. We might just shift this over to a major victory. Crap, through the signs in the hand-to-hand, not good. They're in loose order. Is that Trump I hear firing? Who the hell's shooting at you that we can't see? 8th Virginia, 350 men, just so engage them. I knew I heard shooting over there. Oh, we just pushed over to a major victory. Let's see if we can hang on to it. I don't think we're going to be able to. Already low on ammo. Let's get the guns back. Get those orders out. Looks like they are ordering the withdrawal. We've done enough. Let them go. Oh. We got very lucky in this fight.
Shoot the one on that horse.
They threw away their advantage. Almost got the Sweemoose level 3 sharpshooters. We're almost there. It's gonna be one of the hardest perks to level up. Yeah, just halt. We're done. They're exhausted. We're exhausted. We're also out of ammo. You saw how fast my cavalry just used up all their ammunition. I think they went through faster than they should have. Lose anybody else besides Pope? Just Pope. Too bad my avatar is not ready to come back yet. Let's just speed this along. This could have gone a lot worse. I expected it to go a lot worse, I'll be honest. Actually, what I think helped out a lot was my, outside that one skirmish unit on day one, and yeah. My skirmishers did a pretty good job weakening their morale right off the bat. I think that did help quite a bit. Don't fight with skirmishers out like that, but I had no choice on this map. I just waited for them to come at us. I think this would have turned a lot. We did wait for them to come at us, but with having the skirmishers out the way I did, I think that kind of helped solidify our victory a little bit. And in insult to injury to the rebels, they renewed the attack with the damaged corps instead of waiting for the second corps to come up for the fight. If they'd sent the second corps in, which didn't have any morale issues, they could have swept us from the field. But they sent in the abused corps for another go-round. That's another thing that helped us win this fight. Remember, took down 8,000 of their 40,000 infantry, 250 or 1,100 cavalry, 15 of their 40 guns, total loss of 9,000 of their 42,000 men. We lost 1,829 of our 13,168 infantry, 204 of our 1,021 cavalry. We lost 0 guns. Total loss of 2,057 of our 14,881 men. Doesn't sound as bad as the rebels, but 2,057 men out of 14,000. We're a little under 15,000. That's a massive hit. Whew. All right, combat reports. All right, first New York engineers. Did 172 to infantry. Yeah, could have done better than that. Losses for engineers: 18 dead, 122 wounded, 23 missing, total 163. Aggregate strength 1,281. 11% casualties. Irish Division. Irish Brigade did 778 to infantry, 0 to cavalry, plus up to 782. They caught some command staff. Whiskey Worshippers did 598 to infantry, 96 to cavalry for 694. Riley's Irish Brigade did 1,365 to infantry. They're armed with the Sharps rifles. That's why I like the Sharps. They run out of ammunition fast, but a well-trained sharpshooter unit with Sharps rifles, oof, look at what they can do. Total 2,841 for the division. Losses: Irish Brigade, 39 dead, 303 wounded, 43 missing, total 385. Aggregate strength 773, 33% casualties. Whiskey Worshippers, 59 dead, 262 wounded, 45 missing, total 366. Aggregate strength 1,169, 24% casualties. Riley's Irish, 35 dead, 149 wounded, 25 missing, total 209. Aggregate strength 1,354, 13% casualties. 964 the division, 22% losses. Excuse me. Reaper Division. 35th Infantry did 320 to infantry, 20 to cavalry, 68 to artillery for total 408. Reaper Rifles did 191 to infantry, 302 to cavalry, 23 to artillery for total 516. And the Berdans did 920 to infantry, 1,844 for the division. Losses: 35th Infantry, 45 dead, 128 wounded, 17 missing, total 190. Aggregate strength 861, 18% casualties. Reaper Rifles, 17 dead, 75 wounded, 20 missing, total 112. Aggregate strength 1,210, 8% casualties. Verdans, 11 dead, 58 wounded, 9 missing, total 78. Aggregate strength 1,226, 6% casualties. 380 casualties for the division. That's 10% losses. Whiskey Viking Division. Actually, the stockbrokers barely did any fighting. Their detachment did 13 against the regiment over there at the crossing. Glad I left them behind there. Ours detachment, I think that's a bit of sack. Did nothing. Yeah, they were up on the rail line. Stockbrokers did 354 to infantry, plus the 13 from the detachment. The Swimu Brigade did 1,498 to infantry, 29 to cavalry, total of 1,527. 20th New York did 179 to infantry, 68 to cavalry, total of 247. 2,141 for the division. Losses. Excuse me. This hot. I don't know if everybody else has had the same weather as me, but it's been warm, cold. It's getting really goddamn annoying. It's starting to affect me. Stockbrokers, 37 dead, 110 wounded, 23 missing, total 170. Aggregate strength of 851, 17% casualties. Swimu Brigade, 10 dead, 47 wounded, 61 missing, total 118. Aggregate strength 961, 11% casualties. 20th New York, 4 dead, 30 wounded, 4 missing, total 38. Aggregate strength 1,356, 3% casualties. 349 losses, 9% for the division. Gotcha Guard. Cyan Rifles did 440 to infantry, 8 to cavalry for total 448. Nugget Squad did 537 to infantry, 3 to cavalry for total 540. And the Artie Party did 25 to infantry, 1,013 for the division. Losses: Cyan Rifles, 22 dead, 126 wounded, 26 missing for total 174. They're the ones who got caught in the melee down by the crossing. Aggregate strength 385, 31% casualties. Nugget Squad, 9 dead, 17 wounded, 4 missing, total 30. Aggregate strength 432, 6% casualties. Artie Party, no losses. 204 for the division, that's 18% casualties. And the 1st Artillery Division, Lead Breakfast did 37 to infantry, 16 to cavalry for total 53. Thor's Hammer did 37 infantry, 15 to cavalry for total 52. And the Whiskey Kegs did 7 infantry, 14 to cavalry for total 21. 126 for the division. And no losses except for the Whiskey Kegs, who had 1 man go missing overnight, it looks like. All right, let's see if we lost our corps commander was wounded. Let's see if we got any of theirs. Somehow we didn't get Johnston, even though he's in front of the fighting lines. And we were fighting Jackson. So we wounded Forney, commander of the 1st Virginia. Separate brigades. Brigadier General McCall. And Lieutenant Colonel Ferguson. What about from Beauregard? A lot of separate brigades. Yeah, I don't think we got any of them down in that fighting. Nope. And we lost a corps commander, and they lost a brigade and 2 battery commanders. Not a really good trade-off, but then again, it's Pope. So, since my commander's not back yet, somebody's getting a promotion. I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Glorious victory at Manassas Junction, and a glorious victory it was. And they blamed the loss on poor old General Brown. Yeah, no, Johnson should have taken the blame for that one completely. Battle of Manassas Junction is empty. The Army of Washington retreating in panic. The enemy's reportedly suffered total casualties of 8,824 men. There are 1,105 killed and 2,180 captured. Our casualties total 2,057 men with 310 killed, 302 missing, and the rest are wounded. Captured 4,100 rifles and 6 guns from the field and sent 2,253 men off to our vacation camps. Ugh, probably going to empty that out again. It's going to be the 3rd time. I think Washington is now safe. No, we still have another corps down here. Jenkins, 12,000 men. Army of Alabama, and I think there's a force missing. And they are coming on at us. But before the AI just assigned somebody to take command, we're going to figure out who the new Army commander is going to be for the Grunts. All right, do I have any major generals on standby? They're still wounded. Pope's now wounded. Sherman's wounded. Okay, a division commander is going to be getting a promotion. This will probably take me a few minutes, so I'll be back once I figure out who's going where. Well, I have figured out who the replacements are going to be, and yeah. I am not going to like how this turns out politically before the storyline. So, Grunt's actually, Musa's Grunt is actually the commander with the most command stars right now. So he's going to be taking over for Pope. And to move the storyline forward a bit, Trump, who's been edging for this the entire campaign, is going to take over the Whiskey Viking division from him. So we need to replace the commander with stockbrokers. All right, New York, who is it going to be? Butterfield, Sanford. Looks like it's going to be Veal. He's the only professional brigadier that's not in use from New York. So Veal's taking over the stockbrokers. Trump's taking over the division. God, it hurts to say that. It hurts. And he'll take a promotion with that. And Eustace is taking over the Corps. Looks like my avatar ever comes back, he's going to have to put up a good fight to get his Corps back. Eustace is actually a really good commander. He's probably the best commander right now to take over. God, it hurts to put Trump in charge of the division. Probably gonna change the uniforms to like old gold or some crap like that and make him drink that damn potion he made. All right. So it looks like we got another fight coming right up on the tail of this one. Jenkins Corps coming up. Hopefully Beauregard won't be able to take part in it. Thank God they didn't send the army to the Peninsula also. It's a small force, but there's a lot to fight at the same time. We're not going to fight this one today. I just don't have enough time to record another battle. It takes... That last one just cost me took about 5 hours to fight. So, I'm going to have to end this one here in order to get it cut and out in time. So let's take a quick look around the map first. So we know another fight's coming up here at Manassas. We are still recovering our readiness here. Doesn't look like District of Louisiana has moved. So we might be able to get down to Chattanooga before the winter sets in. I was hoping to have a chance to push these corps away before the winter sets, but Buell is still recovering. And I still can't move you because I can't. He's still in the orange officially, but if I wait a day, I'll be able to get him into Carrollton completely and retake control of that depot. Looks like he'll be wintering there. And probably take another day or two to fully flip Memphis and then get the Cavalry Corps on the move again. All right, things are a little tight in Virginia, but the rest of the map's going all right. Not as good as I'd hope, but better than it really should be going. So we're going to end this one here. Once again, if you're a new viewer, returning viewer, you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember to hit that bell icon. And if you're enjoying the series, don't forget to, once again, spread the word, hit the like button. And if you're one of my 40% of returning viewers who are not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button, please. And I'll see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.